Hey everybody, welcome back to Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. So last time I accidentally found my way into a boss and I didn't want to do that. So I just restarted the game and now I'm going to explore the catacombs fully and make sure they get everything out of them before I leave. So here we go. Oh my god, it was worth coming here. Inside this sarcophagus is the mummy of Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest players the Lakers ever had. He was an amazing baller, Hellbane. He thought a lot of himself, but he had good reason to. He was one of the best. That's right, but... brains! Look out, he's coming out of his sarcophagus. Kobe Bryant. Oh my god, he's hideous looking. I forgot that he had like a custom Kobe... Oh, okay. His neck extrudes outwards whenever he gets hit with something. Wow, that is a really weird... Oh. He became, like, Kobe Bryant Puddle. I think that he's a mini-boss. I think he's, like, Kobe Bryant is actually a mini-boss in this game. He's also pretty much dead already. Huh. Aw, damn it. I thought I was gonna dunk on him, but there we are. Okay, so I guess we've settled the greatest debate of all time here, in that Charles Barkley can indeed defeat Kobe Bryant. Kobe, I just killed Kobe Bryant. He was already dead, Barkley. I know that, but that look in his eyes. Even in death, he had that baller look, that I'm gonna dunk that ball so hard look. That was Kobe. I'm sorry, Barkley. No man should ever have to do that. I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry. Do I at least get B-Ball tears? Forgive me, Kobe. No. Alright, well, that's the Kobe Bryant mini-boss. I assume that normally he's supposed to attack you. That's obviously not something that happened. Barkley, wait. What? Don't you feel that? All that B-Ball energy concentrated into one place. I don't feel anything. It's the spirit of a ref trapped in this dimension that's trying to get to the B-Ball dimension. It's incredibly powerful. I don't feel anything, Hellbane. Well, you're about to. Here it comes! Oh no, it's a Dread Ref. The Dread Ref appears to have saw blades for feet, as is the traditional attire of referees in the National B-Ball Association. He also just wrecked the ultimate Hellbane there. So here's a real mini-boss, apparently. The Kobe Bryant, you know, that thing didn't do a damn thing. I think that ultimate Hellbane's... Yep, he got knocked out. Okay, so I need to use a item and revive him because... I think that he won't get EXP points if he's not up. So I can use steroids on him. And yep, okay, that revived him. Cool. Alright, and I was able to use his turn to get the Dread Ref. So here's the thing, I remember the Dread Refs now. They're actually a humongous pain in the ass. And they become really, really common later on. That was a tough fight. May you find rest in the B-Ball dimension, lost spirit. Rest in peace, wandering ref. Is wandering ref like a basketball thing? I don't know if that's a basketball thing or not. See, I don't actually watch any professional basketball. Last time I watched professional basketball was like around the time Space Jam was new, so there you go. What's this? A statue of the ultimate ball? Yes, Barkley. This statue particularly interests me because of an incredible power it has. Power? What power is that? Touch it, Barkley. Amazing. I feel my B-Ball energy returning to me as we speak. This is incredible. Yes, Barkley. The statue restores the B-Ball energies to those who touch it. It is quite an amazing artifact, one that I have studied quite extensively and still cannot find an answer to. Although perplexing, though, seems to have no ill effects. That's a sentence that's got nothing but rough edges to it. It's like an octagon. Anyway, that metaphor sounded way more profound until I said it out loud. We can use it as we please. The ancient ballers, they were amazing. So I think by doing that, yes, okay, so this will just recover my health and MP as I go through this entire section. So I guess if I needed to power level or anything, then I would be totally fine if I just was able to camp around that B-Ball statue. That being said, it's not possible to actually power level in this game because I don't think it's possible to grind. What is this pool? This pool commemorates the lives of all of the ballers who were never seen again after the Great B-Ball Purge. Men like Shaquille O'Neal, Ron Artest, and even the great Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon?
Thank you. Although they were never found, all of their fates were almost certain. All of this is my fault. This is my fault because of the chaos dunk. If I were never born, these great men would never have had to. Barkley, get a hold of yourself. You can't keep blaming yourself for something that was entirely out of your control. The guilt I've been living with. The chaos dunk. Hellbane. My greatness at the one thing I love most has not only ruined it, but ended the lives of so many great ballers. It's like fate chose me to end the greatest era of man, to herald the cyberpocalypse. When basketball died, so the camaraderie it birthed. When basketball died, so too did the goodwill and hope that it fostered. The Great B-Ball Purge wasn't the death of basketball, it was the death of mankind. Something you said struck me, Barkley. What? You said that fate chose you. Yes? Maybe you're right, Barkley. Maybe fate did choose you to destroy B-Ball. Maybe fate chose you to end the greatest game that mankind has ever been given. But I don't think so. I think that fate chose you for something far greater. I think fate chose you to redeem B-Ball, to give it a clean slate and fresh start. Right before the Purge, Barkley, B-Ball lost sight of the two most important parts of the game. Slams and jams. It stopped being about the slams and instead the neo-shekels. It stopped being about the jams and about the endorsements. I don't think of you as a devil, Charles Barkley. I think of you as an angel. Who are you? I can't tell you now, but you will soon understand. Come on, we've got to get moving. Yeah, you're right. I definitely am going through this level in the wrong order. I am very glad that I went back to get such great dialogue, though. Holy crap. Alright, it's time to slam jam on these guys. So yeah, I think that, ooh, I accidentally did a different skill than I've done before. Yeah, so I think that, for whatever reason, this game might have not had, like, the most amount of playtesting involved with it. You know, I think that they probably just, their playtesting consisted entirely of, like, hey man, I'm working on this game, do you want to try this zone out real quick? And then they were like, no. And then they were like, okay, maybe later. And then they released the game. Because I'm totally going through this entire zone backwards. The dialogue actually assumes that I don't know who the ultimate Hellbane is at this point. It's open. Watch where you step, Barkley. Slam phantoms or zomballers could be anywhere, even beneath us. Oh, keep that in mind. Let's just, I don't know. I think it might be worth my time to just, what was I gonna say? Try to get through every single encounter anyway, if just because along the way I'll discover such amazing corners in these sorts of games. Oh, something I wanted to say is that if you are perhaps a fan of Charles Barkley's Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, they are releasing a sequel. It got kickstarted about 3 years ago, and they made a metric crap ton of money. They made, like, I think something like 700% of the budget that they needed to actually make the game successfully. They did not get the amount that they needed to actually get the license to use the Space Jam theme song, because they actually did the math and they realized that they would need to kickstart something on the order of $2 million. And it looks very interesting. It's not going to be a Final Fantasy parody as far as I can tell. I think it's going to be a mixture of different genres based on the level that the player happens to be in at the time. Oh, the hell? Yeah, I came through earlier, and the Ultimate Hellbane told me that this was unstable. Really? I walked all the way back here to avoid stepping on a grate that literally just jiggly wigglies at you instead of, well, whatever. Interesting. I thought I killed everything in this zone, so, I guess I didn't. Anyway, yeah, so they said that they would need to kickstart something like $3 or $4 million, if I remember, to get the actual Space Jam license. They did not. But, suffice it to say, it still looks like it's going to be very, very funny. And I think that it's unfortunately not going to focus on Charles Barkley. It's going to actually have Hoopz as the main character. But, that's okay. I believe that, I believe in the game developer's sense of humor is enough to release a game that they need, that they don't need to rely on unlicensed, celebrity, basketball player likenesses to make a funny video game. Oh god, somebody else in my chat says, is this the sequel to Shaq Fu? No, that's called Shaq Fu, The Legend, Reborn? Or Continues. The sequel to Shaq Fu is coming out on the Nintendo Switch in a couple of months. I plan on buying a Nintendo Switch literally just to play that game. Alternatively, I plan on receiving a Nintendo Switch from a fan and not having to buy it because they're really hard to find. If anyone wants to make that happen, no, I'm just kidding. Then actually, like, by the time Shaq Fu, the sequel comes out, I won't need to. I'll be able to get a Nintendo Switch pretty easily, I think. But that does raise something, that does kind of segue into something that people have been asking about, and it's whether I'm going to set up a P.O. box, and it's super, super not a high priority for myself right now. I would need to also get the equipment to record everything, and that's just not in the cards. Interestingly enough, it looks like the enemies do actually respawn in this game, which I didn't know. So it is actually possible to grind if you, for some reason, are not actually doing super well at this game. Trying to remember, I was just thinking about the fact that you have different QuickTime events for all the attacks that you can do in this game. Right now, I'm using the free throw attack, which has that timing minigame where you have to get it in the center, and it's fairly slow. I think that it's actually based on the weapon that you have equipped. Like, right now I have the volleyball equipped, so I think that it will, I think that if I get different weapons, I get different styles of attack, and therefore different animations that are associated with it. I also don't have my full party. I think I get, God, what is it? I think I get another 2 or 3 characters in this game before all is said and done, but I barely remember. Anyway, I'm gonna just swoop down to go to the B-Ball statue that will recover all my HP and my MPs, and then I'm gonna sweep back up, and we're gonna actually take on the boss of this zone, and we're gonna leave the B-Ball catacombs. And then we are basically in the equivalent of uncharted territory, because I do not remember the the plot of this game whatsoever beyond this point. So your guess is as good as mine. Let's have some major laughs though. All I do remember is that the after the catacombs, it starts to get really, really weird and really funny. As if to say this wasn't already really weird and funny. We have not seen anything yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly spam through the dialogue with LeBron James here, and we'll fight him as the first boss. So now LeBron James' great-great-grandson Balthios has revealed himself to be the ultimate Hellbane, and now we must work together to defeat his great-great-granddad. Or no. I remember. We don't fight LeBron James. We fight the ball monster, the B-Ball monster. All right. This will actually potentially require me to do things. So I'm gonna use the Ice Albert. I don't want to use the Wind Albert because the Wind Albert will not work on this guy. This is for getting enemies to get removed from the fight, basically. If I use the Ice Albert, though, that does a lot more damage to him. Holy crap, what an awful spell animation. Good lord. Okay, let's use a Verboten Jam on the ball demon here. Gain a bonus to a stat and deal jam damage to a foe. Oh my god. Oh no! That dealt an incredibly small amount of damage to both of my characters. How am I ever going to survive this? I'm actually super over-leveled for this boss fight, in case it wasn't remarkably obvious. And I haven't used a whole lot of my spells at all until just now, so I'm going to use them a lot now. Let's see. I guess I'll use the double team, because this will use up the remainder of my BP here, which I think is short for baller points. Bamboozles the enemy with shots from all angles. Oh, I forgot how awesome all the spell animations in this game were. Alright, we'll use the Flames Albert, which will use up the remainder of my spell points here. Oh no! The ball monster has been enraged! What am I gonna do? Why are the spell names half German? I don't know. I think it's literally just because German words are hilarious. They are. Every German word is the funniest damn word you've ever heard in your entire life. Like, what's the German word for butterfly? It's probably like Schnaffengrafen or something. Like, it's like, terrifying. And, I mean, I studied German for a while, and, all I remember are, like, the words that are incredibly silly sounding. Like Schnurrbart, which is, mustache. And then Wörterbuch, which is dictionary. Or rather, words book. Okay. With that segue done, we've now killed the B-Ball monster. And, we got 257 Neo Shekels, and we're level 4. Vamp Slam. Oh, right. So I can drain the enemy's health with a slam dunk and get it back into my health. We did it. We managed to beat the B-Ball monster. For a minute there, I didn't think we'd make it. Are you kidding me, Balthios? With the way you use those Zalbers, it's no wonder they call you the ultimate Hellbane. Heh, I could do better. Hey, what's this? It looks like a basketball. This looks like my great-grandfather's basketball. It wasn't here just a second ago. Barkley, it must be his final farewell to you. He treasured his B-Ball more than anything, Charles. You'd better use it wisely. I will, Balthios. I will. Got 1 B-Balls. You said we should look for a Cyberdwarf? What's that? More like who's that, Barkley? He's an old friend of my great-grandfather's and someone who could help us out greatly. Come on, we'd better get moving or Jordan will catch us. Yeah, you're right. These are the sewers, Barkley. It's a dangerous place, so we'd better be careful. Noted. Let's go. There's no reason to go back, Barkley. We've got to find the Cyber Dwarf. Okay, these sprites are just straight up lifted from Chrono Trigger. Like, are you kidding me? These are just straight up stolen from Chrono Trigger. Well, you can tell which games these guys were a fan of when they made this. And with that, I'm gonna call this one here. So thanks for watching, and we'll get through the sewers and we'll find the Cyber Dwarf next time. Maybe not find the Cyber Dwarf. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It could take